Dinsmore Ely was the second Winnetgan casualty of World War I. He was born in Winnetka on May 16, 1894. His parents, Dr. James Ely and Mrs. Emma Ely, had previously moved from Pennsylvania to Winnetka a short while before Dinsmore was born. It can be inferred that his father originally hailed from Scotland, but little is known about his mother. He attended New Trier Township High School from 1909 to 1912. During his time there, he was described as being very active and athletic in social affairs. After leaving New Trier to briefly attend the Latin School in Chicago, he enrolled in MIT in 1914 to study architecture, staying there until May of 1917, when he, now a junior, voluntarily enlisted in the United States Army within a month of its declaration of war, leaving the United States mainland with his company on June 25, 1917. Now, what Dinsmore really wanted to do while overseas was to join the Lafayette Escadrille Flying Corps, a French flying squadron whose daring exploits began to attract some serious worldwide attention, especially in America. After enlisting, he volunteered to be an ambulance technician, as he could immediately go out and start serving in the French territory that the Lafayette Squadron flew in. On Independence Day 1918, Ely arrived in France. He secured his release the following day from the ambulance service and was able to successfully volunteer as a member of the Lafayette Flying Corps within 2 days. An interesting fact about Dinsmore is that he served in the Lafayette with fellow New Trier classmate and Kenilworth resident Andrew Courtney Campbell. Almost immediately after joining the Lafayette Corps and completing his training, he gained a reputation for being a daring and impressive pilot. For instance, during a training exercise, his plane lost power and ended up crashing several thousand feet down into a dense forest. Dinsmore emerged without a scratch. Ely is notable for being one of the first active American aeronauts in World War I and did not take this privilege lightly. On his first combat flight, he shot down an enemy plane. He would also undertake many dangerous missions, earning a Purple Heart. His skills and bravery quickly promoted him to become a second lieutenant. Dinsmore wrote about a lot of his service time in letters to his parents. While most of these letters were light-hearted and humorous despite his many hardships, the closing statements of his final one ominously stated that he didn't want anyone to mourn for him if he died in action, making it the only time he wrote about the subject of death in his writings. On April 18, 1918, Ely was flying a plane from an airbase near Paris when he was shot down by enemy crafts. He survived the crash but immediately lost consciousness on impact due to a fractured skull. He was taken later to Military Hospital No. 1 in Versailles and passed away 3 days later without waking up. Ely was given a funeral with full military honors at Versailles and was buried with the nearby Lafayette Escadrille Memorial Cemetery. After the news of his passing reached the United States and Winnetka, all flags at New Trier were flown at half-mast. Within a year of his death, a book containing all the letters he wrote to his parents while overseas was published by his father. It was called Dinsmore Ely, the One Who Served. His epithet, "It is an investment, not a loss when a man dies for his country," was used in the Liberty Loan campaigns during the war and is described on the cenotaph behind me. Dinsmore Road is named after him.